What's up, guys? It's Gartrell here. I'm back with Chris and Steve from NoLiftGarage. So if you watched our last video on Monticello, we hinted at the end of a possible project car. And we bought it in a word. So what it is, we'll show you in this video in a little bit. But we'll give it away. It's a Honda, as you can tell by the title, probably. But
it was definitely a surprise for us. To be honest with you, yeah, to say the least.
Oh my god!
When I got up this morning and I found out, that we were actually gonna go look at this car, I didn't really know what to expect.
I'm still in shock.
Yeah,
I can't believe I just bought this thing.
Exactly. Got together with Steve and Gartrell, and we did everything that we could. We inspected the car.
This shit was clean for the year. We gotta admit, it's pretty clean. Definitely. It's pretty clean. Like for '96, that's what 24 years on, just about.
Same age as us.
We were born in '96.
We were born in '96. So I mean, just for reference, that thing is old, yo. I would not, personally, I wouldn't want to drive it on a daily because,
Not yet.
Not yet. But it's it's a little bit of,
It needs some love. But hey, listen, what thing that you know of that's that old is 100% mint.
We don't need a little love.
100%.
Just a little love.
I'm done.
Just a little love. A little bit of love.
So basically, long story short, woke up early in the morning, got together with my buddy Steve over here. We picked him up and brought him along for the ride. Then we met up with Gartrell, and we met at the location where the gentleman had told us to go. Took a visual inspection of the car, checked all the panels, made sure that everything, was copacetic, ran a little auto check on it, made sure that the history on the vehicle checked out as well. And then, kind of like what I hinted at in the last video, we just had to make the numbers make sense. And long story short, we definitely were able to do so.
And we've been looking.
Yeah.
I've been sending these guys pictures of cars for for how long on Craigslist, wherever I could find
For
them.
a decent amount of time. We definitely didn't make it snap of a decision. We did a little bit of research ahead of time. Well, Steve, you definitely saw the car. What did you think of it?
Honestly, it was in better condition than I thought it was going to be. A lot of stuff from that time has seen a whole lot of abuse, especially being in New York City.
Car scene.
Not just from people who are in the cars, but pedestrians, civilians. Pretty rough on stuff that cheap, But like I said, overall, I think it is a good base compared to all the other stuff that was out there.
And that's the key thing too. Like what he said, the base was the most important part. We weren't really this car is going to be completely redone and do the best we can in terms of really flipping this car and making it what it is
the right way.
So we weren't really even looking for the motor or the gearbox or anything to be in pristine condition. But the fact that it was in great condition for 24 years was just we should definitely make every effort to make this our base, what I'm saying?
Definitely have a good foundation with what we chose. Kind of going off with what Gartrell said, the car, everything works. It has a couple things here and there that could use some love, but kind of like what I mentioned earlier, what doesn't? But we're definitely excited. It's definitely something that you guys can look forward to. We're definitely gonna use this, for content. We're going to take you through each and every step from beginning to end, explaining, what happens, and when things don't necessarily go our way, you'll definitely be able to see it too, so you kind of can have a way or a path, so to speak, for you to follow if this is something that you decide that you wanted to do.
True. So real quick, drop a comment before we get to the next part of this video. Drop a comment and let us know what you think that the car is.
For sure.
No, seriously, pause it right
100%.
now. Drop the comment.
I'm curious to see what you say.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things in '96 that Honda has made that are relatively good, so let's hear what you got.
Yeah, and without any further ado, let's get into it.
I'm done.
What is up, guys? We are back with another episode of No Lift Garage. Today we have a special reveal to give to you guys, and if you've been paying attention since the beginning of the video, you know at this point that the car is in fact a Honda. But which Honda? There's so many different kinds. We got S2000, we got plenty of different Civics, Type Rs, SIs. Well, today we're going to give you all those questions answered and a little background on the car, reason why I got the car, and some things that we got coming up for the car in the future. So stay tuned, we got it coming up right here. Okay, so here's the actual reveal of my 1996 Honda Civic CX. So just to give a little bit of background information, the car came out, obviously, 1996, produced by Honda. Came with a 4-cylinder engine, D16 Y7, I believe is the specification for this particular model. That means that it's naturally aspirated, produces about 106 horsepower, and it gets pretty great gas mileage actually. 32 in the city and 37 on the highway, which is uncomparable to, you know, things like, you know, my other car, my M4, or, you know, just standard cars that you buy nowadays. Moving into a little bit more about the car, it is a front wheel drive. That means only the front wheels power the motion of the car. It obviously is in silver, that's the color that we chose to get it in, and comes with a gray interior. The interior actually has manual windows and other manual options. You can get the power version in different models of the Civic. I believe the DX comes with power and all the other variations of this particular model. So the car is actually a 5-speed manual transmission for this particular model. You can get the car in auto as well. I just chose the 5-speed because that's more towards our applications for what we'll be doing with this car. So let's get into some of the reasons why I actually bought this car. For this part, I'm just gonna do it inside the car, okay? Gotta really roll down the windows there. So for the reasons why I got the car, it is actually a one owner, can you believe it? One owner car, meaning that someone just had this car for its entire life, kept it pretty much stock, unmolested is really the reason why we got this car. Has absolutely no modifications to the engine, suspension, nothing, not even the interior. Meaning that I can start with a very flat base, a very clean base, and that's really the thing that is the most important when starting a project car. If you're building off of someone else's, you know, platform, it can be difficult to reverse what they've already done, or it can just be a nightmare in terms of, you know, cutting and whatever else that's been done to the car. I've actually owned a few cars, such as my older Evo, that have been, you know, molested beyond repair, and it really creates trouble when you're trying to do the things you want to do to your car. So it also comes with very minimal rust underneath. I'll show you a clip right now, actually, of the underbody, and that is something you don't really find on the 1996 and older Honda Civics. The metal they used was very thin, and it was very prone to rust over the years, which is the reason why these cars have been called rust buckets and easily fall apart due to age and, you know, weathering. So quickly, I just want to show you guys a few things that are actually wrong with the car. It is rough around the edges, and it will be getting, you know, smoothed over time. But enough of that. Let's get into the next segment, which is, forgot. What was it? What my plans are for the car.
Alrighty guys, so just to kind of update you as to what in the world is going on, in between us filming one of the clips, the glass, which you can barely see in here,
roll it up,
happened to fall off the track on the bottom portion, so we're sitting here trying to get
all the way
back on the track.
All the way.
It's always an adventure.
One eternity later.
So as you can see by this little time lapse, we messed up the door. So we had to put that back together. I am now an hour late for work, but we're just gonna finish the video anyway. So pretty much, we just wanted to talk real fast about what I want to actually be doing to this car. So the things you can expect coming up is obviously we're going to be redoing the entire interior to the best of our ability. We're going to be obviously changing the suspension. We're going to be putting coilovers. We're going to be putting some other different suspension components onto the car. And you can definitely expect this motor to be changed. So I'm not going to give any details about what stuff I've been looking at, what I'm going to do like in detail with the car. I'm going to, you know, leave that up to the day that, you know, we release the video for whatever we'll be doing. And you can definitely expect for this car to get a complete exterior overhaul in terms of wheels, paint, definitely some new headlights, and just all around, you know, race goodness. The end goal for the car is for it to be a purpose-built street and race car. So I want it to be able to be functional on a daily basis, but I also want to be able to have it to perform at its absolute peak when I take it to the track or strip, wherever it may be at the end of its life. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell button because we obviously got a lot more content on the way. We got some other things that I can't really tell you about coming up for Chris's end, but definitely stay tuned. That should be possibly in the next video. Again, comment, like, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great one. Peace.